5 seconds.
Are we recording?
Well, see, here's the thing. Because now that guy that's dead over there, because of the flood.
We do not have a body in the room.
No.
But you can record the audio there, can't you?
Yeah, but it doesn't record the sounds. We get our voices, but that's not recording in multi-track. Wait, is it? I don't know.
You're not running sounds out of the computer to that, right?
Correct, I am.
You are?
Yes, but it won't record them because it doesn't have a USB in. It's just a monitor.
Okay.
I know. Because like with this one, it's actually a line into the deal.
Yes, of course.
Yes. All right, now that is ended, and it says we got 2 minutes left. Oh, it's sad.
Sad Joe came to my door the other day.
Wait,
I hadn't seen Sad Joe in quite some time.
Hey, guess what? We're TSTOing, and if you're watching me live, you can see here. It's Jake.
How'd you get notifications on your own live video?
You know, because that's how we roll here at TSTO.
So anyway, I saw Sad Joe.
Hey, if you're here, comment. Where are all the comments at? Where my people at?
I looked in
Comment. Tell us what you're doing because we're about to start.
We think we're starting.
We think we're starting soon.
Sad Joe looks sadder than sad.
We may be ending before we start.
You know, it's probably true. Steve, you're always right about that.
I said, Sad Joe, what's got you down today?
Somebody's got to bring reality to this place.
Are you sure?
Sometimes.
Sad Joe looked at me and he said, I didn't get the right flavor cup of noodles. I bought the shrimp one. I wanted the miso.
Oh, the shrimp one's that's like the good one. Why would you want miso?
I don't know.
Comment if you like miso or if you like shrimp cup of noodles.
Sad Joe has his preferences.
Or cup without noodles.
Or cup anti-noodles.
But I said, Sad Joe, you want to come in for a glass of tea? And he said, tea, what is this? Great Britain?
Now, the thing, if I go to buzzer on this, it's going to take it all away.
Maybe that's for the best.
Oh, people are upset about it. All right.
You know what they won't be upset about?
That in 10 seconds we're going to start. All right. Hey, you person that's watching, you're 2 people that are watching. We got 5 seconds.
3 people that are watching.
And then wait, are we going to do this at the right time? This is all a whole new setup. We have no idea. Oh, let me turn the volume up because, time to go.
We're live.
Welcome.
First story.
That would be mind-blowing.
Trending stories are taking over.
TSTO.
Why does he get a bell for that?
Next story.
Everybody get down.
According to the sounds, I'm not doing so hot today.
TSTO.
TSTO thing.
TSTOMG.
TSTO.
That's crazy.
Story time.
What is happening, people of the interwebs? We're back. We're actually doing a show. We're doing a show. We're here in the studio post flood. I'm with Jake. Were you doing like some finger drums there? What was happening? I'm not really.
Yo soy Jake Frazier.
Yo, sí, tú eres Jake Frazier. Now, do you ever do it with an accent? Like
Igualmente.
Frazier? Sí. Are you gonna do the whole show in Spanish?
Jake Frazier.
I don't even think that's a thing. Tiffany, we see you. What's going on? And Steve's here. How you doing, Steve?
I got my waders on. I'm waiting for the next flood.
All right. Now, here's the deal. I have another mug with no lid, Steve. What are we going to do about that?
Notice we cleared your tabletop a lot better.
Yeah, my tabletop is a lot more clear. I feel like a lot of...
Rain or shine.
We
do the show.
Well,
Sort of.
that's not true.
Yeah, no, that's not true at all.
We
didn't do it last week.
We didn't do it last week at all. But it's a whole new setup, and we really haven't done anything to prepare.
No.
That's why we title it Worst Show Ever.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes you just got to put it out there.
Yeah.
And tell the people, hey, guys.
We are wearing our
This
heart
is probably
on our
going to
sleeves.
be terrible. But, hey, at least you're here with us.
Hey,
is that better? Is that better?
At least it's a show.
That's right. It could be not a show.
Yeah, after 6 months we did 2 and then we were gone.
Yeah, I know. When you know what? We might have secret hiatuses. Like
That's fun.
Yeah, like you
It's
don't
like-
know
it's
if we're
like
going to
a-
be here or not. Or
It's like a surprise party, but with we're
Tiffany,
not here.
You can tell us that would not be fun. You can tell us that. That'd be fine. I'd be okay with that. But it's bigger news. There's bigger news. I know we're going to talk about some news stories.
More
but
like little news,
Little
like tiny news,
like tiny news?
like
What do you
tiny
mean?
home news.
Like tiny. Well, I was gonna say more like somebody in the room is having a birthday.
That doesn't matter. Tiny home news.
Somebody's having a birthday. Big Jake's gonna be 20. What is it? 28, 29 now?
24,
Oh, you turned 30?
baby.
24.
24,
24. You know what? You get a bell for that. You get
I'm
a bell
feeling
for 24.
just like the Taylor Swift song.
That's, you know what? I like that you have a song for your birthday.
Yeah.
What about when you were 22? You had the 22 song.
Maybe we should
You know
do
what?
like
Taylor
a
Swift-
24 themed birthday thing, where like the
We
timer
would
ticks
do-
down, and we're all Jack Bauer, and we all have to save Alicia Cuthbert.
Oh my goodness, that's the best show ever. That
No,
24.
this is the worst show ever.
No, this is the worst show ever. 24 with like the original Kiefer Sutherland back jower.
Back jower.
Back jower.
Like I
you
said,
know what I
Sleepy
mean?
Joe came to my door.
Oh, Sleepy Joe. But yes, Tiffany, hey, how you doing? What are you yeah, I know you're sad. Wait, why'd you do sad emojis?
Because Sad Joe.
No, I think probably it's because we would go on hiatus and you never know if we're gonna be back.
Are we doing this
I
whole
think.
show for Tiffany right now?
It's, you know what, Tiffany, it's all about, well, there's somebody else that's not commenting. There's somebody else that is just hanging out and watching. You know what? We love you.
Kudos to you.
We absolutely think that you're the best.
I don't know that I love you. I don't know who you are.
Well, but
Speak
we
up.
can. But we love everyone.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, we
Voice your
love
opinion.
everyone. But here's the thing, Jake. I'm sure that you've heard of the tiny house craze, right? The tiny house. Steve, you've heard of the tiny house craze.
The what?
The tiny house craze. The craze of houses that are tiny.
You know, like dollhouses?
No, more like
Steve was just living in
crazy
the tiny
house.
house in his mind for a second.
So the
I
tiny.
was thinking more tiny studios.
But that's what we're in.
Yeah.
Like we're in tiny studios.
Shh, don't give it
You know,
away.
people talk about that all the time. They're like, man, like I had a new person come in that hadn't been in the studio before for a meeting, and they walk in and they're like, how do you do this? This is so small. It looks big, thanks to cameras and magic. But we're literally in a 2 foot by 2
shoulder
foot
to
box.
shoulder.
Yeah, you
But
can't.
that's the reality for us, right? For other people, we're in the endless ether that is the internet.
Yeah, that's right. We are actually, there are no walls.
So yeah, I
There-
mean,
literally
with
there are
that
no
logic,
walls.
you could say that we have the biggest studio in the world.
So did you say I have a plethora of studio walls?
Yo soy Jake Fraser.
Do you even know? Do you even know what that's from?
A plethora of studio walls?
Yeah. Well, it's
This is the worst show ever.
We titled it that way.
So what are these tiny houses you talk about?
So okay. So yes. So back to the
Thank you,
story.
voice
Thank
of
you,
reason.
Steve. Thank you,
Thank
Steve.
you, God, Mike.
So here we go. Tiny houses are all over the place, and the people that you would not think that are going to live in tiny houses, you know what? They show up and they live in tiny houses. Speaking of people that you wouldn't think that would live in tiny houses, Elon Musk is living in a $50,000, 375 square foot home on the Tesla premises in Texas. Now, did you look through this at all, Jake?
Yeah, I did. I would actually expect nothing less from Elon Musk.
Well, it's like there was a video of these box homes being pulled around by a Tesla.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
light enough to be pulled around by a Tesla. They're like $50,000 a piece.
Right.
And for Elon Musk, he's like, not having to pay a lot of tax.
Yeah,
because
well,
of
that's
this
why he
thing.
went to Texas.
Right.
Because California, thank you very much, is a problem.
How you like me now?
How you like me now?
I would expect it to be small but multi-dimensional.
Yeah, like levels and stuff like
It's
that.
like it's like the TARDIS. It's bigger
Yeah.
on the inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like the what?
The TARDIS, the thing from Doctor Who.
Oh, see, I haven't watched Doctor Who. I know I'm way
Or
behind.
it's like those holodecks where you go in and you can go in all these different rooms.
Yeah,
It probably
see?
has like a giant drill that drills a giant hole to the center of the earth, and he really just lives down there because he's a reptile.
So we have It's Barter asking, what is this?
That is a great question. This is the worst show
and you're
ever.
watching on Twitch. Thanks for watching on Twitch. This is the Trending Stories Taking Over show where we talk about news that really doesn't matter, nobody cares about, but we like have fun. So hang around. Why not? Because sometimes
Great pitch.
I'm a pitch machine. That's what they call me.
Yeah.
So Elon's living in this pod box. It looks like, those pods you can get delivered to your house and you can fill them with stuff and send it off, except for now you can just live in it.
Yeah, I think that this is one step up from Trailer Park.
Right. Just one?
Yeah, because it's like rich boy, cool boy.
Are there any-
Trailer
But
Park.
there's no front porch.
That's fine. You can make anywhere's a front porch.
Yeah,
if
but
you got a
trailer-
Corona
but
in hand.
But a trailer park has
Those little
aluminum
front
front
porches.
porches, yes.
Yeah.
So BuildBox their what's the thing? Welcome to BuildBox. No, that's not it. That's the wrong thing.
What are we doing?
Anyways,
right now?
I was trying to find the video of the Tesla pulling it.
Yeah, I gotta bring my computer next time so we don't have to,
Hey, you know what? It's
Is this a
Barter.
compliment?
Hey, it's Barter. I appreciate you because you said, not gonna lie, I thought it was pre-recorded because of the high quality the stream is. You know what? I'm gonna give you your first TSTO bell because
Look
you
at that.
deserve it. You deserve it, and nobody can take that away from you.
No
matter what they
but
say.
now you can't leave.
Yeah, you have to because our high quality stream is legit, and we like to. But
This stream is so high quality, we installed malware on your computer.
that we go. No, we didn't. He's kidding. He did not do that. He did not. Yes, you can never leave. It's true. I'm glad that you accept that. There's some people can't. Tiffany has accepted that.
First member
She
of
can't
my
ever
cult. First member of my cult.
Oh man. Okay. So, but here's the thing. So I don't know how we got on build this. What is it called? Oh, Boxable. I put in BuildBox. That's how you build like apps and stuff.
Apparently, BuildBox is a game with a little fox.
No, that's how you make games. It's an environment where you build them.
Oh.
Yeah. So here's the website for Boxable right here. Like, look at this. That is super cool.
Yeah, kind of sweet.
Like, look at, so it all folds. Okay. So I hadn't seen this video where it all folds out and it comes together. Like, that is, okay.
Whoa,
That is
okay,
awesome.
Maybe there is a porch.
I like this even better than I thought I did.
Okay, well, the thing that's really interesting to me is that there is a
Look at this.
There is a wait list for these things.
Yeah.
Of
They're only $50,000.
They're only $50,000. There's a wait list of 47,000 people.
What?
Yeah, that want to get in on this. And here's the craziest part. They have a giant warehouse where they're building these things.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And this warehouse they claim that they have the ability to pump out 3.6 thousand in I think a year, but they've only made 3.
They've only made 3?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So Elon's one of those. So look at
Right.
this. So here,
We don't know for
delivered
sure.
to your backyard. Right. There, it's
a super
allegedly
secret customer,
right.
and then he tweeted, "My new house is dope."
He says it's $250 a month starting, or $49.5. So you have the option of leasing it. Look at
guess.
this thing. We need this for our studio.
Okay, but can you rent 2 of them and knock one of the walls out, and then put them together?
You know
Or
what?
stack them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or stack. Well, I don't know if they're stackable, but look at this. That is, you know what? That is super cool. I am giving them an applause.
This is what all my cult members
That's
will live
better
in.
than the dorm room.
It's way better than the dorms.
Way better.
Way better than this is. You could do this anywhere. Now the only question that I would have is hooking up the toity and
Toity?
electricalness. Like, is it solar powered? Or
It's Elon, man. It's battery.
it's not Elon's thing.
It's
Oh,
not yet.
man, really?
No, he just borrowed it. Or borrowed it. He bought one. I'm sure he didn't borrow it. Elon could buy his own little mini house. Yeah. Where's the video of the Tesla pulling it? Here's it being pulled.
Oh, that's why he wants one.
Yeah, probably because they pulled it with a Tesla. That's probably why. Whoa. Hey.
Is the
How do I
stream high
turn that
quality
off?
now?
Well,
There's your porch.
They can't hear it. But look, so that's. Oh, solar
There's a solar.
roof. There it is.
Wow.
There's your answer.
Dude, this is going to change the world.
I think it really might. I think this is like maybe the coolest thing.
Low quality stream. shit,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, probably. Anyways, yeah, its brother would totally live there 100%. I'd that's super cool. I'm seriously looking into one of those for this next studio.
I was so against it. I felt like this was going to be a thing where Elon Musk is kept in there the Green Goblin and his vat, and then I was so ready to hate it, and I love it.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
That's what we need. That's the kind of innovation. Now, where are they from? Do you know where they're from? It says American workforce.
Oh man, it's
So
got to be
be
Sweden though.
But it's an IKEA house.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
Some assembly required.
Elon, yeah, but you know what Elon doesn't do? Elon doesn't cut corners.
No, but he also doesn't know how to fix ice cream machines.
Well, that's a good thing because he's never had to. But you know who does know how to fix machines for ice cream?
Apparently,
is
these
the guy
guys.
that sells them to McDonald's. because I was just in McDonald's not too long ago, and their McFlurry machine was broken, and it was hot summer, and I'm like, that's terrible. Why in the world is your machine broken? Well, it turns out.
Are you aware of like the lore of this? Of how like everybody's always like, oh, you can't go to McDonald's.
Yes.
Like, yeah, because it's always broken.
Always broken.
Always broken.
It's always broken. So it turns out that it's been a racket. Ice cream machine broke. Lawsuit details McFlurry machine manufacturer's desperate attempts to keep its repair racket. So they have purposely been putting out default machines, right?
Yeah,
they're defective. They're putting them in McDonald's.
They programmed the machine to do exactly that, to break. And they are using specific parts that only they sell in order for them to actually be able to make millions of money now. Like millions of money.
Millions of money. You make millions of money.
They don't make the millions of money.
I'm going to make $1 million of money, and I'm gonna sell some broken ice cream machines.
Well, they make millions of money selling off these parts. Like, you can't go to no junkyard, get a spectacle hose, whatever that is.
So here's the thing, though. So right here in the lawsuit, it says, for almost 2 decades, it appears that Taylor's broken machines would never be fixed until a small California tech startup called Kitsch Inc. cracked the code in April 2019 during product testing and development. Kitsch used a proprietary combination of hardware, software, and machine learning to demystify the finicky machines. So it's a back-end thing that they built into it.
Yeah, man, it's like a slot machine.
These guys are. You think you guys are going to like McDonald's jail, or they're going to like real jail?
McDonald's jail sounds awesome.
With like it's guarded by the Hamburglar and Grimace.
No, your celly is the Hamburglar.
And then Grimace is outside falling asleep.
Yeah.
That would be. There needs to be a McDonald's jail.
Wait, we just need McDonald's themed escape room.
It's a McJail.
It's a
McJail.
McJail, Steve. You know what? You get a bell.
Can
for
you
that.
mixscape?
Oh, you know what? I think.
Can you mixscape?
Can you mixscape?
And then we make hundreds of them, and then we have individual people franchise them.
Jake has copyrighted this right now. It's his idea. You can't steal it.
How many?
I mean, unless you wanted to buy it from us.
3 people. I will come to your house.
So it's.
I will find where you live. It's not that hard. I know a guy.
So the McDonald's thing is a racket, and yeah, it's been a problem for a long time. But you know what that guy should have done? He should have sold himself to Disney.
I thought you could have sold himself to the devil.
Well, I mean, it might as well.
Yeah,
selling yourself to Disney. So Selena Gomez has come out, and she said that she admittedly signed her life away to Disney as a child star. Now, they don't know what they're doing. These child stars, you think about all the stuff that's all the people that have gone through Disney. I mean, you've got yes, go to Dairy Queen. We should sell.
Where is there a Dairy Queen? Point me in the direction.
What do you mean
I can
there was
put
a
a
Dairy
blindfold
Queen?
on you and spin you around in a million different ways, and you could just point, and I would be like, then the next closest Dairy Queen is probably like the next town line over.
Huntington Beach.
There is not a
On
Dairy
PCH.
Queen.
Yes, there is.
You are
right by
that's
TK
No,
Burgers.
you're right.
Yeah, come on.
That's the only one.
Let's go. That's the only one that exists
That's
anymore?
the only one. Yeah.
All right. But Selena Gomez, hey, Texas has 10 million Dairy
Are you
Queens,
in Texas?
says it's barter. You know what? I don't know. But Elon is. So he might, you know what? I bet you if Elon put together a bill box and then made a Dairy Queen, he would just put it next to his house.
He's just going to make a robot that makes ice cream come out the butt.
Oh, my goodness. You know what? Robots are taking over the world. It's true, but Selena Gomez might turn into a robot if she sold herself to Disney. You know what I mean?
I kind of think she is a robot.
Yeah, she looks a little bit like that face is a little...
Robotic.
I don't know. I'm a little creeped out by it.
A little animatronic.
Yeah.
They need to put her in...
Great moments with Mr. Lincoln. Great moments with Selena.
Yeah, great moments with Selena. That's even better. But she says she was naive, and she's got a new series coming out on Hulu. Have you watched this preview at all?
No.
I haven't watched it either.
Whoa, what? This looks fun. I know what I'm watching later.
Yeah, Only Murders in the Building. I have no idea, but she's changed her. What was the movie that she was in with a couple other Disney stars? The girl from High School Musical. They were in they were like bank robbers or something, and like they went it was like we want to get rid of our Disney
Ocean's
image.
8?
No, it was not Ocean's 8. I forget what it was, but it was this movie where they were these all Disney girl actors, and then they went out and they're like, we're gonna do a hardcore movie of like rated R thieves. And it was weird, but they're trying to change their image. Okay. But you think about all these Disney girls, because you've got, the original Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake
Right.
from like the original Mouseketeer
Mouseketeers.
days.
Annette Funicello.
Annette
Funicello.
Funicello. Do people
Andre
even know who that is?
Bocelli.
Andre Bocelli. No, it's not the same. But
Susan Boyle.
but they're so young, and they're getting into like we got the Britney Spears going on with her dad and the conservatorship
Free Britney.
thing.
Hey,
Free Britney.
I am hardcore on the Free Britney.
See, Tiffany beat right on it. Britney, we were right at it. But they sign themselves away. They don't know what they're doing. They're just like, yeah, I want to be on TV, and Disney and other people take advantage of it.
It's also a predatory feeding ground.
Oh my
It
goodness,
is-
yes, it's not.
I mean,
it's not good.
You can go all the way down the rabbit holes of like QAnon and all that stuff, but I will tell you what, like Disney, for sure has.
You sign yourself away just as an employee.
Honestly, though,
I mean, you do.
But at the same time, like, I mean, I don't know how we haven't stopped them entirely.
Disney?
Yeah,
Because of the money. Are you kidding?
Not
Wait,
Disney
we've
as a
done-
whole.
but we've done the graphic,
I'm
right?
talking about like there should be no more child actors. Abolish
None.
the child actor.
So we need to have adults play children in movies from now on.
just like the days of yore, right?
The
just
days
like,
no, that was men played
just
women.
like ragtime.
It wasn't the same thing.
No, well, okay, let's go back to like ancient times,
Ancient time,
like Greece,
ancient in times of yore.
times of yore.
Times of yore.
Ye
So
olde
we've
ancient
hooked its
times.
barter. It's a fan.
Heck
You're a
yeah.
fan
Hey.
now, and you know what? You are indoctrinated into the TSTO fan club.
I told you could not leave.
But so this child, like this is weird when you look at all the child stars that have lost it, like Macaulay Culkin, like went way over the deep
No,
end.
he just got really cool.
Yeah.
He just got really cool.
He did.
Yeah.
Really cool.
The
He
one
got weird.
The one that I always think of when I think about going over the edge is Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, for sure.
Like
For
just,
sure.
just coked
But
out, just crazy.
They're all. I mean, well, Miley Cyrus. Like they're all of them that went.
She's like she came back around a little bit.
Oh, she
but-
is. But there's the thing that you think about in that scenario when you're so young with not a lot of guidance and so much excess, like you have access to anything you want.
Oh, man,
at any time. You think about Bieber.
Okay, did you
Your
hear
buddy.
what? Did you hear what? Did you hear what Demi Lovato said though? Demi Lovato was talking about how like when she was on Disney shows, she was literally offered cocaine as like a 13-year-old.
I believe it.
Like you can get whatever you want. You want a Happy Meal? You got a Happy Meal. You want
What do you call a Happy Meal?
Do
Jake?
you want some Dairy Queen that soft serve out of a robot butt?
built
You
into
got
a
it.
build box at your house?
You got it.
Done.
You want the blood of some dude's
All
firstborn?
right, no,
you got it.
no.
Like,
That's
it's,
not.
But that's
not,
the reality
I
that
know,
we
but
live
that's
in.
reality. But unfortunately, you're kind of true. Amanda Bynes, Tiffany said that's right.
Amanda Bynes was Nickelodeon.
But all of the child stars.
Right.
I mean, we talked about Macaulay Culkin. Like, there's so many of them.
Well, and
Michael
now,
Jackson.
and now
I
the
was gonna
whole
say
thing.
Captain EO, Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, his
Well,
whole time.
now
when
the
he
whole
was
thing
at
that's
Disney.
going on with Drake Bell. You guys know about that whole thing?
So Drake Bell's got problems because this girl accused him of he did some bad stuff.
Yeah, he did some bad stuff to a minor.
Yeah.
And now
Not good.
Now he's like kaputs, but he's a huge like Latin singer.
Well, that whole Drake and Josh. What's the actor's name?
Josh Peck.
Josh Peck. He is in a reboot of Turner and Hooch on Disney Plus.
Right.
Yeah. Looks totally different.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
he's-
No, he
that-
blew up. He blew up hardcore.
Yeah. Well, and he was hanging out with David Dobrik on YouTube and stuff, and like he was doing.
No, he built a massive following. Like it first started with Vine.
Yeah.
And then he
but he
blew
was
up
in
with
that
Instagram.
He
and-
was one of the early adopters that jumped
Yeah.
on quick, and
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that was a big thing for him. But all these people that have come out of like this crazy world where, like you say, you can get whatever you want whenever you want it.
You know what? It hits you hard.
It does, and especially in a culture where we're like, we want everything now. We don't want to wait. We want
Right.
instant gratification all the time, and it's influencer culture. We just want what we want, and sometimes we cross borders and boundaries that are set there for a reason, so that we don't get blown up by people that are guarding things.
Yeah.
Because in this next story, we have got a doozy. This, so I hadn't seen the video until you pulled it up earlier today, and this. It's so great. This is so great. The Dodgers ball girl levels fan who ran on the field. Now, we did a story last week or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Well, not last week because we had the flex
Right.
of the soundboard anyways. But where the guy was out there in center field and he kind of got pummeled by a lot of guys. But this girl right here. So this he's high stepping like he got an untied shoelace. That might have been his demise right there.
That's the problem. Actually,
that
you know what?
might have been his problem.
No credit to the ball girl.
No
I
credit
take it all back.
It's too bad. So here it is. So let's There it is, and boom! Oh! So she like hip checks him over the fence. Like if you go back, like let's slow mo that. Wait, can I do this let me go full screen.
Oh,
can you guys see this
mama.
full screen? I don't know if you can see this full screen. I think
Did
it
we just
probably
make a
takes it
huge
away.
mistake? Oh,
We
wait, no,
probably
it looked like it did.
Did it go full screen? All right, let's go. We're going to try it. You guys comment if it goes full screen. And then, but now I can't see. So right here, yeah, he's already in the stands. So let's go back a little bit. Let's go back
a little more. Back a little more.
Back a little more. Back. Oh, look at that.
Man.
Oh, look at.
That's the money shot right there.
Right here. So he's coming back, reverse slow motion, and he's like, "Oh, girl, shoot." Did he taunt her? He like taunted her. He's like, I'm going to make a cut. And she breaks down in perfect linebacker style, and she just pummels him into the gadoosh.
Okay, we
into the wall.
can.
That was impressive.
D large.
You know what?
screen.
D large screen.
I think the most impressive person here was the guy running.
You think so? Why
I
is
think
that?
so, and I think so because of the fact that he was able to evade like 3 dudes right on his tail. Yeah. He was high stepping over hands. He looks like an all pro like running back.
Well, he might have been a plant. Like somebody's like, "Hey, guy, I'll pay you." He's like a high school star.
Yeah, it could have been.
That like,
but either way,
look at this.
Her form is not good.
What are you talking about? This is
She
open
ends up
field
on the-
tackle.
she
But this
ends
is
up
open
on the ground,
But
too.
this is open field tackle.
But she didn't wrap him.
Think about how the Dallas Cowboys have struggled. They could use her in
up.
their secondary.
Shut
so
up.
that-
We already got Micah Parsons. We're gonna be great this season. Don't
So he
worry,
comes
Dak.
here
I'm not worried
and
about
he's
your
like,
shoulder. You're gonna be fine.
I'm gonna get. And then she's like, "Boom! That's open field tackle." You know what? She should get a contract. She really. I think Dallas could really use her. I think they could. They feel.
What you
about
want
it.
her to be like the new Troy Polamalu?
I mean, that would be pretty amazing. Now, here's another angle of it. I haven't seen this. Have you seen this yet?
Yeah.
Wow, it's so loud. All right, here we go. Floor level.
It's Barter is a Cowboys fan.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no. You guys are gonna have to like talk about.
I
Cowboys.
am no longer alone.
Well, grab your helmet right there. Let him know. Let him know he jumped on the right Twitch screen today. Look at that. See?
Yeah, man.
You didn't even know. Oh wait, here's an outfield view. Did you see this?
Yeah, I watched that one too.
Is it any better?
No.
Okay, it's all. You know what? She deserves a medal, and she definitely gets the TSTO bell for sure.
To each their own. Agree to disagree.
Oh,
We
brother.
them boys.
We
Put it
them
on the screen.
boys.
Put it on the
Okay,
screen.
You know what? I just want to know. Wait, what happened in the Steelers-Cowboys game the other night? Do you remember?
Yeah,
Were you there?
our third stringers were able to put up 3 points on you within like the first 2 minutes.
Wait. I just know that the end score was good. But seriously,
Careful.
I know. It's not lidded. We have
Water
a problem.
alert.
I know.
Water
Steve. Steve came in and he's like,
I got my bottle with my lid on.
yeah. You bought his bottle with his lid. Darn it. Preseason game. Hey, preseason game still counts in our hearts. Okay, that's the rule. That's the rule. But what if?
Tell that to the Bucks last season.
So what? I think competition is important, and it keeps us on our toes.
Right.
I mean, being brothers and me liking a good team and you not liking a good team. It's just like you have this rivalry. But can you imagine if we were like I have twins. If we were twins and we were small babies, and
We're not?
and no, we're not. No, I'm a little bit older.
You're not turning 24.
I know.
in 2 days either?
No, it's not my birthday, Jake. It's your birthday coming up.
So I walk out and I sit on the porch. And
So-
there I find Sad Joe.
But realistically, if we were twins and we were like I was a Steelers fan, you're the Cowboys fan, I really have a feeling that this next story could have been us in the crib, because these are a couple of babies that got caught on camera. Well, I'll just show it to you. They were caught on baby monitor throwing a bottle at his sleeping sister. Look at this. Look at that right there. So he's staring her down, and he's like, "Oh, she's so peaceful." Whack. Like,
I think that we know exactly who is who in this scenario.
oh, we do.
Yeah.
Wait. Who's who?
Yeah, I'm abusing you.
Travis is throwing the bottle at Ellie.
No, I'm talking
Oh,
about us.
It's us
Yeah,
scenario.
I'm
Yeah,
the evil
okay.
one.
I mean, that's obvious. I don't think anybody doubts that. I don't think anybody thinks that is. All right, so here's the baby,
You got to put it on the screen.
and he's like, he's getting up. He's like, I wonder what's gonna happen if I.
Oh, man.
Oh, you.
Dude, yeah, dude.
And he lays back down.
Yeah, dude,
And
he
lays
freaking
back
got
down.
her, dude.
Oh my goodness. This is so.
He freaking got her, bro.
Bam.
Yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Jump in there. Finish it. Give him the pile driver. Man, baby wrestling. That's what we need.
That's baby wrestling.
Baby wrestling.
Well, isn't that? Don't we have that? Isn't that?
Baby wrestling.
Isn't that?
Little buff boys?
Yeah, I mean, isn't that a thing? Like baby wrestling?
I hope so.
They should.
Actually, I hope it's not, because then I would have two great ideas.
What the McDonald's jail?
McDonald's, jail, and baby wrestling.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like you might need to move to Texas because its barter says baby WWE, make it happen.
You hear this?
Like that would be.
You hear this?
Now here's the deal: would those babies have?
I'm telling you, man, he's in my cold.
Would those babies have access to as much excess as the Disney stars?
Those babies get one thing and one thing only, and it's
a
pumped
bottle
full
to
of
throw.
steroids. Pumped
No.
full of GMOs.
that's not-
the
no,
way that we have
no,
made chickens
okay.
bigger. That is what we do to these children.
Steve, help me out here, man. I don't like.
I don't even know where to
You
go
get a
with this.
good you get a good timetable with them. You get 3 years of solid baby fights, and then after that their legs give out. And
because they're joints, because the steroids.
yeah, man. Because they're like those chickens, man. Hey, I know I'm not the only one that watched what is it, Super Size Me 2? I watched it. We literally give them 30 minutes of daylight a day. Keep them in
No,
a shed,
they're not
and they just fight
free-range
each other.
babies.
Fight Club,
You can't-
but with babies. It was one baby the whole time.
No, it was one baby the whole time. Tiffany says bottles full of Mountain Dew to hype them up.
Nah, man.
Well, you
Gatorade
can put
only.
anything you want in
sponsorship.
there. I mean, technically.
Gatorade sponsor. No, Liquid Death. Have you heard about Liquid Death?
You know what? I was just watching. This is kind of strange
You
because
can
I
see your face
literally.
in my shot.
I know. I literally
That's my
just
shot.
looked it up today because. Sorry, guys.
That's my shot.
I literally looked it up because I was watching a. Do you know Steve-O has a podcast?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
And it's,
so
it's really good.
It's Wild Ride, and he does it like I wanted to have a trailer and drive around and do the podcast to show up places and do the podcast, like in Texas. But so he has a conversion van and he's made it into a podcast studio and he goes around. I was watching the Casey Neistat interview just because he talked about Beam and some of the stuff that happened there, and then it went to a Zach King one, and I'm like, okay, let me watch a couple of these, and they were drinking Liquid Death, and I know that Steve-O doesn't drink anymore.
Right.
So I was like, what is he? Because it looks like a tall boy. Like it's
It's
like
a big old boy.
legit. And so I looked up, it's just sparkling water.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so these kids are getting deals with Liquid Death, and they're getting pumped full of steroids. They're just, you keep them in the dark, and then you don't feed them for weeks, and then you just give them Liquid Death, and then eventually Liquid Death becomes on the map.
this is
It
just
becomes Octagon
Okay,
Death.
you guys, I do not condone any of
The
this
views
idea.
of Jake on this podcast
I
do
will-
not reflect the views of TSTO.
I will back the McDonald's jail 100%, and I will back putting Dairy Queens in Build-A-Box houses.
Okay.
But I will not. I will not condone baby WWE.
Well, you are missing out on the biggest cash crop we've come up with today.
You call Ben, see if he's into it.
He will be,
yeah,
man.
he probably would be into it. Probably would be. So okay, but there's a better way to get around than babies. Like taking babies to get around.
Yeah,
is-
just swinging
it's
them really
like-
hard above your head.
Yeah,
so you
it's
take off.
like that's one of the options. But somebody's come up with a better idea, and I think it's probably going to be the next thing. I just think it's still space agey. It's still like Jetsons.
Yeah,
This
man.
next story is because they have got these things called EVTOLs. These are electric vehicle takeoff landing aircraft. It sounds like a really long to say
tolls.
electric helicopters.
Yeah,
Like
pretty
that,
much.
I mean, pretty electric helicopters and hovercrafts. Like that's the thing. But there's a whole section of stories. Like, did you see this one
yeah,
here?
dude. Well,
Like-
it's all about air taxis.
It's just
That's
big
what,
droids. It
Right.
looks like big droids.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Star Wars. Like that, especially this one here. Like that looks like Star. But like these electric air vehicles, they're literally on sale. Brazil Airline bought one.
What happened there?
I drank a little bit too much water.
Liquid
Too much liquid death. Yeah, that's right. Too much liquid death. Joby sets new record with 154.6 mile. Now, this is the problem with electric helicopters, essentially. You can't get very far. And what happens when your battery dies midair?
Extension
Kobe.
cord.
Like, did you say extension cord?
Hey, what are you going to do?
I think that's probably a better choice than just like falling out of the sky.
It's like an umbilical cord.
Yeah.
You just
But
attach.
it's an air taxi, right? So it's gonna be within like the realm of like a city.
Right. It's you're going from one place to another.
I still wouldn't do it. I hate the sky.
I think it's interesting. Like there's a bunch of different designs. Like this one here, this like 4-rotor deal, and then you've got this guy with a 5-rotor. But they're gonna be like within this. I mean, you get into like space age stuff.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't get on one of these unless it went like a TIE fighter.
Would you would hope to like take down the Death Star? I'm assuming.
Well, no, the TIE fighters are on the side of the Death Star.
Oh, that's right. There's the X-wing that goes through the. My bad. Sorry, Mr. Star Wars guy. You know what? I'll buzz myself.
This one looks like a Pokemon.
So here, Tiffany says, what would be the weight of these planes? You know what? That's a good question because they would have to be light enough that electrical, like it could have enough power.
Yeah, but what I've learned in all my fear of planes is that it's not a matter of the weight of the plane; it's a matter of the wings themselves. So if it can get on the ground, theoretically, it can fly.
Now, if it could pick up one of those little homes and take it wherever you wanted, then you've got a really great package.
Sky Home.
Now, Sky Home. It's the Jetsons. We can literally finally live in the air.
That's it.
Now,
We
the
need
question
to never
is,
plan another podcast again, and then just come up with so many like $1 million ideas.
$1 million. But how do we? So just because we're talking about them on a live stream means that we copyright. We own them.
Right.
These ideas are ours. Right.
We have the video to prove that
That's right.
this time, this
There's
day.
a lot of them I don't want to claim.
I mean, I
tonight.
agree with you.
From
There
tonight,
are
no.
some that I don't want to claim either. Jake can.
I will be the Joe Rogan of baby WWE.
What is that? because he's the Joe Rogan of MMA.
Yeah.
So you'd be like, I feel like that's an Adam Sandler movie.
Oh man,
or Will Ferrell.
no, Ben
one of the
Stiller.
two. Or Ben
it's like
Stiller.
dodgeball,
Yeah,
but with
yeah.
babies and wrestling.
And we can get some of the extras from Disney. They
Yeah.
can't do anything else anymore.
right.
I think
No, we just go save those kids and put them in an even more
They-
dangerous.
you know what?
physical
That's a better
situation.
idea. Yeah. And they would maybe make better choices.
Yeah.
But you know, speaking of making good
babies
choices,
enter, one baby leaves.
we're all talking about sky houses and electric helicopters and things like that. People are trying to get all over the place, and Elon's trying to take us to Mars.
Yeah.
So NASA's thinking ahead because in this next story, NASA is training human-like robots to explore caves on Mars.
Yeah, baby.
Now, when you think about the fact that they're going to see if we can get robots to do some things on Mars to check it out for us. But the thing that freaks me out here is that they're training robots, which means that robots with AI could be training themselves, which all goes to our demise, ultimately, of the robots just ruling the
Can you
world.
say how?
Can you say what?
2001, how?
Oh yeah, it's
a whole-
it's gonna be so they're gonna explore caves.
Just
But
to
what
make
if-
sure there's no bears.
But what if you got to make sure there's no bears.
Right.
Well, they just got to bring the bear whisperer or have the bear whisperer from Mammoth him program the robots. Do you know about that guy?
Did that guy get eaten?
No. That's the guy that went to in Vancouver.
Grizzly Man.
He went to Grizzly and he got
Yeah.
eaten. And there's audio of it, and it
it's
went to it's
haunting.
terrible. Don't ever watch it, but it's kind of creepy. So you gotta
Yeah,
kinda
I
see it.
watched that
Yeah,
when I was
it's-
like 8.
Yeah, I
think
remember
that's
that.
The reason for a lot of
Hey,
baby wrestling
that
coming
does explain a
2028.
lot.
It's Barter's got a good idea. We need to change our category to just chatting. I didn't know that was a category on Twitch. You're now our Twitch correspondent, and you're going to be our consultant.
We're
to
gonna
let us
need a
know what
down
to do
payment of
because,
$6 million.
because we're on YouTube, we're on podcasts, we're on Facebook, we're on where else are we on? We're live on Twitter.
Periscope.
Paris, what's Twitter?
Did you do Green Door?
That's what I meant.
Did I do? No, we didn't do
we
Green
can't.
Room. Green Room. I don't have the setup now because I killed the.
That
I
flood.
spilled. The flood really ruined it. The flood. But here's the thing: if NASA's teaming up with Boston Dynamics to make
Right.
these robots go to Mars, they teach them to check it out. But what if the robots are like, this is too good for them? We're not letting them come up here, and they just colonize themselves. Now that would be good
and
because
then-
we wouldn't
no,
have to worry
that
about
would
them
be
taking
bad.
over
That would be
Earth.
bad, Todd, because
Why?
then they develop their civilization so far.
Oh,
to
and
the
then
point where
they
they come to
come-
war with
Ah,
us. That is
see?
a terrible idea.
You know
We gotta
what?
let them know that there's
then they'll
nothing
come
else.
take us over and we'll become the Borg.
I don't want that. I want to be able to sit at home and watch Hulu. That is all I need to do.
But
I
if
thought you
you're
wanted to watch kids wrestling.
that
no, he wants to
I want
produce
to watch
kids
that
wrestling.
on Hulu.
Yeah.
which is Disney.
Remember Baker Mayfield's whole like Hulu's got live sports, like that baby wrestling is going to be one of those live sports.
I think again, I want to say again, I do not condone the baby WWE idea that Jake is promoting and probably going to start soon. So watch that on your local stations.
Yeah, check it
Actually,
out.
Probably on YouTube.
Baby wrestling.
But
2020.
so the Boston
WWE.
WWE. Steve, are you going to be their marketing guy?
That has so many layers.
But so do you think that the robots would just stay there and they'd be like, it's too good for these guys?
No, man. But okay, so this next, we're gonna get into this next story. But
Well, it kind of goes with this,
right? And the thing that terrifies me is
the
that
thing.
Yes,
The only thing.
The big thing
You tell
is
me.
that AI, right? AI exists. AI is very real. It's
a real,
getting
yeah.
more and more real. And AI is exactly what you were talking about. It's intelligence. It's artificial intelligence, and a lot of times it teaches itself. So this,
It does.
This training thing, I think it's probably more just them inputting code into their,
Do you think it's the
hardware.
robots actually training themselves? Because Bill Gates could be a robot.
I think what it is AI is at the point where if it's teaching itself how to do something, human intervention is only going to speed up that process. My problem is that eventually, and we're already seeing it right now, the U.S. military is starting to make these like kind of the same thing that's in like Russia and China. We're trying to like play catch up with them,
Right.
To create. Have you heard about birds aren't real?
You are going all over.
No. It all ties in together. I promise you.
Birds
Have you
aren't
heard
real,
about birds aren't real?
No.
So it's this.
Wait, I don't think so.
It's this massive, like I think it started on Instagram or something, but it's like a clothing company, and the whole thing is saying that birds aren't real; they're drones. It's like this.
Oh,
this funny,
like Hunger Games, like they're actually
Yes,
like
exactly,
cameras and they're reporting
exactly
back
that.
to the robots and the
Exactly
overlords
that.
and all this stuff.
So
Okay.
everybody
I mean,
is
it seems
saying
to make
that
sense.
birds are these governmental drones that they've just set out to be able to like keep us all in line, right?
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
like China has their new facial recognition. Go back to an old episode of TSTO to hear about that.
That's true.
But with these bird things, America's now making them. They're making these drone bird things to like, I guess, gather information in war-torn countries or in battlefields that they're
Yeah.
in.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
But if we're taking AI to that point, then we already know AI is going to be militarized at some point.
It is. We don't know about it, but it is.
So then what is stopping
probably.
What is stopping AI in the sense of this next story, which this robot apparently is supposed to be helpful for people?
Well, I don't see how.
Is murder helpful?
Yeah, murder. Because this next story, robots they're teaching them to go to Mars and check stuff out. But now they've got a biped robot learning to run and complete a 5K.
Yeah.
So now robots are racing. I'm just curious. They kicked out people. They wouldn't let them race in the Olympics because of weed. What are they going to kick robots out for?
They had an illegal oil change.
Yeah, exactly. Oil doping.
Give me a minute. Oil doping. That's a good one, actually.
They use synthetic oil instead of real oil.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's oil doping. It's. But seriously, so a biped robot completes a 5K. Now, I didn't see if it medaled or not. Did you see if it beat anybody?
It is metal.
It is metal.
Oh, Stevie, baby.
Steve with the win. But the odd-looking artificial half bird is actually the future.
There's your bird.
In
I'm
the
telling you,
making,
man.
right? Built for rugged use and extensive research, Casey boasts a full-day battery life and offers open architecture for providing low-level controls, serves as a resource platform for pioneering new control methods for legged locomotion and associated technologies.
Some of that sounds to me like we're talking about the $6 million man.
Well, yeah, like it's going to replace the bottom half of a human.
Right.
Yeah.
Like somebody gets, like, God forbid, blown up in Afghanistan or something.
Or somebody just wants to be a robotic centaur.
That.
I mean, pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. It's better than spilling water.
I'll
on
become a
audio.
Terminator.
How do I become a half man?
Yeah, so you have to get
I work at
probably
a lumber
step
mill.
on a landmine.
Work at a lumber mill.
Step on a landmine.
Those are two options.
Right.
Fight a giant squid.
Or
Get ripped apart.
Or you lose in baby WWE.
Commit a crime in ancient Rome and get drawn and quartered.
I guess that would work. So this is a did you watch this video?
Yeah, I did.
So this is the robot right here. And it's like warming up. Like this is the part that I'm watching.
What
and I'm
the
like,
heck?
why is it warming up? Is it setting itself? But it's completed a 5K.
Dude, I just want to see this thing take off.
Now, realistically, those people are walking and they're keeping up with it. So he's not really like, it's impressive because it's balancing and it's running a 5K.
It's quite literally the first steps.
It's it's the first steps. But like, does he ever like take off and like leave these people in the dust?
Not
Like everybody's
really, no.
walking behind him.
No, and funnily enough, he definitely like took a super sharp turn at
It was
one
a
point
he?
and ran.
We're sure it's a he, right?
You know
That's
what?
good. What are its pronouns?
Can you tell?
They. Sklorg. So Sklorg is running and makes a hard right at some point and
Yeah.
just goes off the rails completely. And then it overheated at 1.2. So they had it's time that they accounted.
Yeah.
The time that they gave it at the end of the 5K accounts for the like setbacks that it had. So there was 7 minutes of it not
So
actually
it had like
running.
heat stroke and everything. Just
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a real person.
Yeah. So like he really got tired. Like, but he's being controlled by a remote control.
Yeah,
he's not
man.
running himself.
Okay, yeah, but go
Yet.
down further in this article. They're talking about how this can be used for
I think
like
you're
human interaction,
yeah.
or like let's say you're a grandma, you're an old lady, right? And you can't go get your hand net from upstairs where you left it when you broke your hip. So you got to have the robot go get it for you. Like that's kind of what they're doing. So they gave it hands.
But would you trust a robot with your grandma? I mean, I don't think I would.
I think that
I
there's a
wouldn't
lot of
allow
people
that.
that would.
I wouldn't allow that.
Robot versus grandma. That's the yeah.
Grandma got
That's
run
the
over by a
preliminary.
robot?
Yeah. That's the preliminary match before
That's
baby
right.
WWE.
That's the warm up match. That's
Yeah.
the first
That's
round.
the qualifier. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they're doing crazy things with robots,
But
and I
they
think
gave
they're.
him hands. They
Yeah.
gave him hands. That's gonna choke your grandmother.
Yeah, I know that's the problem.
Yeah.
But if it's just legs, it would just like kick them.
It's gonna realize all it needs to get that tuna casserole is to get that pesky grandma out of the way.
Yeah. No, I don't. They
Then it has
they
all the
still don't have
recipes, just
robots that
uploads it.
digest yet,
Just
right?
no, it
Like, it's
uploads
not-
the information, becomes the Gordon Ramsay of robots.
So it's Barbara says, what do you guys do for a living? He makes burritos and I make apps, videos, and do taxes.
I'm a chef.
But I think we're in the wrong line of work.
Yeah,
we're in the wrong line of work
We're
because
idea men.
we didn't know that it was so lucrative to do illegal things. Well, I guess we kind of thought that it would be a good idea. We would never do illegal things, but these guys did. Hackers netting average of nearly $10,000 for stolen network access. So they're just getting 10 grand for getting access to a network. What in the world is this world coming to that all you got to do is just sit at home and hack stuff and get money?
Have you
Which is, I guess that's kind of like everything.
total side jump for a second. Have you seen the show How to Sell Drugs Online Fast?
No. That's a show?
Yes, it's on Netflix. It's not actually like a how-to guide.
Oh,
It's like a drama. It's like a comedy drama.
So full disclosure, we canceled Netflix, and
I suffered the repercussions.
I didn't tell
No, you didn't.
And I just realized that I didn't tell you because you used my login, and I just stopped it because we weren't watching it.
Yeah.
And then I started getting 5 emails a week from Netflix saying, "Hey, you can come back. Hey, you can come back." And I'm like, I think I did the right thing.
Up yours, Netflix.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'd have to come over to your place and watch it. But
Yeah.
so it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. It's a German show. It's really good, but essentially all of it is kind of plays into this idea of like coding and what, like how much money you can make from that. These kids make an app that they use to trade like resources in online video games. And then they get like a science fair prize, and then they realize like that they need money because one of them has cancer. So they go, wait a minute, we can use the same code and sell to these party kids all these drugs that are so dumb that we would never do, because they're super nerds. They're like, we would never do this. They're so dumb.
Wow.
And then they sell and they become the biggest drug dealers in the world, and the Dutch get involved, and they're like dangerous because apparently the Dutch are dangerous.
Well, you know, they're the Dutch.
Yeah.
The Dutch take care of business.
It all started with an app.
It did, yeah. And so
What's
like
that saying for us, Todd?
That's a problem.
Man,
We
you
just
guys-
put out an
when
app,
you
and
guys-
now
We
it's
just got an
wait.
app that's going out now.
This is cute. When are you guys gonna break bad?
we don't have an RV in the desert yet.
I
We
mean,
really-
that's not exclusive.
we didn't put out a
But
blue.
we can
We
get
didn't
a
put out
little-
a blue app.
But we can get a little house and go hide somewhere.
You know, but we do have blue lights all over the studio. I'm just noticing that right now.
Is that like?
That's like our.
Does that mean something? Is
Wait,
that the
so does that mean
mise en
I'm
scène?
Heisenberg, or does that mean you're Heisenberg?
We're both Heisenberg.
We're both Heisenberg.
No. I'll be Heisenberg because that's like the shadow character of Walter White. You can be Walter White.
Oh, gotcha.
And then
So
Steve
we're
will
the
be
two,
Jesse.
and Steve's Jesse. Done. You good with that, Steve?
So good.
No, he's not. Okay.
So good.
Oh,
be Walt
Tiffany.
Jr.
Tiffany added. I also am an author. I'm an author, and I read my audiobook myself. It's on Amazon. Yeah. Tiffany says it's an app for blue meth. Yeah. I mean, why? I think.
Why not, Todd?
I think if Walter White and Jesse were making Breaking Bad right now, they would do it through an app.
Right.
I mean, that makes sense. They
Right.
would be. They would either be hackers and they would hack the drug dealers' network and then sell access for billions of dollars, or they would just sell it through their app that they created online.
Yeah.
I think that's
And
probably.
It's Barter says that he likes coding. So here's the thing.
Oh,
Here's the thing.
that's right. So he's like you and me put together.
Yeah, a little bit. But have you seen how, like, I mean, obviously there's so much that goes into coding. I don't have a mind for that. I could never. But have you seen like the daily carry videos on YouTube of all these hackers? They have like their bags and all the tools they use. And they have like fake Wi-Fi routers that if somebody like hooks up to that Wi-Fi, they get all their information.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous. They can full blown hack your computer. You can still be doing everything, like, but they have full control to go through and see all of your stuff on your computer because they put up like a false modem.
Now here's the question though. I maybe I'm naive to this, but I know exactly what Wi-Fi I'm getting on. I don't
Until they
connect to
change the
random.
name. Until they change the name and you don't realize that's the Wi-Fi you're getting on.
Well, but it always says
spoof
like
you.
Well, but will they spoof you to the point where it's like you wouldn't know that it says Starbucks Wi-Fi?
Yep.
Yeah, like Luke and my Wi-Fi is Jensen and Wang.
Well, okay, but that's your house. That is not. You should not have Jetson and Wang.
No,
That's
Jensen.
Jensen
Wang.
and Wang.
Yeah.
Is that to try and get people to jump on your?
No.
network?
Jensen and Wang. It's just I think that we saw a sign somewhere that said Jensen and Wang, and we went,
call.
"That's good."
That's a good call. You know, I think sometimes you just got to make those kind of calls and
Yeah.
hope that things work. But you know what? At some point, if you're breaking the law, you're breaking the rules.
I did not know we were going to talk
you're
about
gonna
this today.
You're going to get caught, and something's going to happen, and something's going to go crazy.
Yeah, man.
And unfortunately for this passenger, things
Unfortunately,
things
for
got really
fortunately
bad.
for everyone else.
So in this story, there was antics up in the air, and we have video of a passenger. Now, unfortunately, you're not gonna be able to hear it because our audio situation is different than it normally is. Just check this out. So we'll have to narrate for you because we don't have the audio. But here, this is Alfredo Rivera. He is a flight attendant, and he's telling his story about how
Very animatedly.
he's got some crazy people, right? No, now look at this guy. Now look at this. This is a big human being.
Oh, yeah, big
This
time.
he is ginormous. He's the flight attendant.
Yeah.
And he is on the plane.
Yeah,
I
which
was
is
just
scary because his
so-
Instagram handle is The Real Spark.
I'm just saying. So we were just on a plane weeks ago coming back from Oklahoma, and it's not a big place. Like you're
No,
in
it's
a
a metal
small
tube. It's
metal
in the
tube.
It's like those small houses. He would not fit.
Yeah, no, he would not fit in those tiny houses. Well, I don't know. They look pretty spacious. I think he'd be all right. But in an airplane, I'm looking at that guy coming down the aisle, and I'm like, oh,
Bye.
I'm doing anything you tell me to do, buddy. I'm just gonna sit here.
Sit, put your mask on, and you will.
Yeah, exactly. Not a problem. However, somebody did not think that when they were in his airplane, and so Alfred here is talking about how you mess with me and things are gonna get crazy. And what happened
You mess
was
with me, you get the duct tape.
now wait a minute. Did it not even? We don't see the footage isn't on this video.
No,
I
no,
grabbed
no,
the
no,
wrong
no.
video.
No,
I
regardless,
grabbed the wrong
though,
video.
Homeboy gets duct taped to the airline
Yes.
seat. And it's kind of hilarious, but actually flight attendants have the right to be able to restrain passengers that are causing a problem.
So now here's the thing that I saw actually just a couple days after this went out. This is a guy, he was going crazy on the airplane. The flight attendant needed to calm him down.
He
so
came out without his shirt on from the bathroom.
And they duct taped him to the seat.
Right.
And like 4
Nipple
days
cheek.
later, not a big fan of that. That would not be fun. Which is why you keep your shirt on when you're in your seat in case you get duct taped. Just don't take your shirt off, guys. It's a PSA. So there was a kid that evidently went nuts. I'm guessing he was probably some sort of like Asperger's or on the spectrum of some sort. And he tried to kick out the window of the airplane.
Yo, that's not
And so
okay.
he got duct taped to the seat. So I'm wondering if this was like setting precedent now for flight attendants to be a little bit more aggressive.
Standard equipment on a plane now is duct tape.
Yeah.
Is it really? Yeah.
So keep it together.
I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense to keep it together because they got to save money. That's right.
We're all going to
Multi-use.
start.
What use duct tape for everything, right?
Yeah, no, that is the fix. That is the
But
fix for all.
this is going to get to a point where now, like, we can't trust anybody on planes. And like, I would be totally fine if I never get on a plane ever again the rest of my life. But if we do, I would be so upset if it has to get to the point where we all get like wheeled in like Hannibal in like Silence of the Lambs, like with the straight jacket.
Hello, Clarice.
Yeah.
Good to see you again.
Well, airlines would like that they get more people per plane in.
Because they
just
could just
stack 'em
duct
on
tape
top
you
of
in.
each other.
Stack 'em all
You can
together.
put them down in the brig.
It's true cattle car.
It's a
True.
true cattle car.
I mean, it's like that's what they are now. Flying
Yeah,
cattle
and then
cars.
that flight attendant's going to be like, move for me.
Yeah, and you're like, yes, yes, sir. Anything you want me to do. But the thing about this that I get concerned about, because they're making you wear masks in the plane, and there's some mask Nazis, and in the airplane it's a little bit ridiculous because you can take it down. You're in an airplane. You're in a metal tube. Like, I don't know that it's not going to make a difference. But they're being so, like, if there's somebody that's just saying, well, I won't wear a mask, and then a flight attendant gets to have the power, and you have a bad flight attendant. Now, this guy seemed like it was necessary, what he did. But there's always a concern that if somebody goes a little bit too far with somebody that they're just like, I just don't like you. Like, that's where I start saying, are these the right people in charge?
Well, I feel like
you got an air marshal still, probably.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Do we? What was the
You know,
last
that's a
time
good question.
saw an air marshal?
So, would if an air marshal was on the plane,
That
they
would
wouldn't
change-
have
that
had
would
to
change
duct.
everything.
They wouldn't have had to duct
Well,
tape the guy.
Maybe the air marshals are got duct tape now. It's, guns are not safe in a plane.
Right. I was just
That's
going to say,
true.
like, why
That's
would you
true.
have a gun in a plane anyway? So what's the
So
difference?
Because you're the air
marshal.
Air marshals with duct tape.
Okay.
I mean, why not?
We need like web slinging duct tape, like they.
So, like, there's Spider-Man
string?
now.
Yeah.
Like silly string, you just spray it out.
No, but like it's
so,
like duct tape.
But
and
we
so
need Tony Stark to create a new suit.
Tony Stark's a fictional character, Todd.
What? No, he's not. Stop
Elon
it.
Musk
Stop
is the
it.
real Tony Stark.
The real Tony Stark is alive still.
Did he just text you? Is that what that was?
Yep. Look at that.
By the way, it's butter. Donut is not dropping tonight. I think it's a big scam.
Oh, really? So wait, what is this all about?
It's Kanye's new record. He's been hyping
Oh,
it
that's
up
right.
forever.
So here's the question: do you think he's really got a problem and being artistic-y about it, or do you think it's just marketing? Because
Well, it's all marketing.
You think it's all marketing?
Because somebody like Kanye with this, like, how do we get on this?
Well, because it's barter was wondering about
Because
Donda.
one of our cult members decided to bring it up to our family meeting.
The executive producer of Baby WWE.
Yeah, look at that. Baby WWE.
That's right, you already got
Coming
credit.
soon, 2028. I genuinely think though that it is all hype. I think that somebody being as big as Kanye and just how prolific this album is after the whole Kim K divorce and everything that's going on with that, like him sitting on it is causing its own hype. It's not like bedroom pop musicians that are like, well, I got an album. And then
so
they just let
here's
it
the
sit.
argument. Here's the argument that I think people have that made a little bit of sense to me when I heard it the other night was Kanye is in a spot where he is putting out an album that is emotional to him. It's not just like, hey, I went in the studio this weekend and banged out this killer track and we're going to put it out. This is an emotional thing for him. And it's dealing with his mother, dead mother or something like that. I don't know.
His dead mother.
Right.
No, I don't know.
There's some other
But he
connection.
has this like sick veil thing that he wears now. Have you seen that?
I don't.
His head
Kanye,
is
dude,
completely
that guy.
covered.
I'm not sure. He's an interesting character. I think that there is some place to say though that, and I also think that there's a potential that Kanye's got all kinds of things happening to him mentally. He's been going through so much stuff that there's a lot of, I think, potential evidence that says this isn't all marketing. It may be partially marketing.
It's Barter says the album is about his dead mom, and also
See?
he makes a good point. He is a crazy perfectionist.
No,
so
he
that
is.
Can play a lot.
And if he's such a perfectionist and it's about his dead mother, he's going to want to make, this is going to be the perfect album in his mind. So I think that maybe isn't as much marketing. No, he's a marketing genius,
but
though.
I think that marketing holds just as much value to him as making sure it was. I don't think that Kanye would have said anything about it until it was perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's not true. That's not true.
You don't
Kanye
think so?
Kanye puts out stuff just to put out. He used to, anyways.
Not anymore. That's the old Kanye.
That's
Even
the
though
old
I
Kanye.
miss
That's
the
true.
old Kanye.
That's true. The new Kanye with when he put out with Jesus is King, and it was like he worked on that for 3 years, I think,
You're my
something like
Chick-fil-A,
that.
number one with the lemon.
That's right. Anyways,
Closed on Sunday.
but closed on Sundays because that's the way it works. But yeah, I don't know when it's coming out, but when it does come out,
Either way,
I'm sure
man,
we'll talk about it.
You know, the wait will be so much more exciting if you just cause a scene on an airplane and get duct taped down. And you can ask for headphones.
You know what? That's true. When in doubt, just
Freak the heck out.
keep your shirt on. Just keep your shirt on because you never know when they're going to come out with that duct tape. You got to be ready for it. Tiffany said, okay. Tiffany said that he's a douche.
Kanye, yes.
I think Kanye, right? That's who we were talking about.
Oh, I thought we
Who
were
do you
talking
think we're
about No
about?
Shirt Kid.
Oh no. I don't think that's what we were talking about. But you know what? We made it through all the stories. We made it through all the stories. You guys, you know what?
I think this was the best worst show ever.
This, you know what? For us preparing as little as we did, and by preparing little, I mean like we didn't prepare.
There's supposed to be preparation.
Oh, you're right, Steve.
Don't
I'm
tell
sorry.
me.
No, Steve isn't. You're not allowed to prep, Steve. That's what we. But I hadn't looked at the story since I sent them to you,
no.
and luckily you'd watch a couple of the videos. But anyways, that's it. That's the show.
Man.
This is Trending Stories taking over, and you know what? The news isn't stopping.
Yo soy Jake
The
Feliz.
stories are not quitting, and we can't control them, so we might as well talk about it.
And
They're
we've
trending.
held
They're
back
taking
the
over.
waters, so we'll be.
And that's right. You know what? I didn't spill. I've still got a little bit in the bottom. Let me hear. Wait.
In the butt. He's got a little more in
In the
butt,
bottom.
ladies and gentlemen.
In the bottom.
It's Barter. Welcome to the crew, man.
It's did it. Hey, Isbarter, you know what? You get a bell. And oh no, it stopped the music. I hate this new sound system. I absolutely hate it. It's terrible. And we're back at the beginning of the song. You know what, guys? It's okay though. It was almost not the worst show ever, and then it restarted because I tried to give Isbarter a bell.
We genuinely
And
almost had a perfect
We
show.
did. We
the
almost had
worst-
a
The
perfect
worst show that will never end. It just keeps going on and on and on.
It's true. It just keeps going. Next, I promise that
Just
next
like
time.
the stories.
That's
They
right.
Keep going on and on.
They keep trending, and we keep talking about it because that's just what it is. Check it out. Hey, if you want to download our new app, it's Jesus and Coffee in Apple, iOS, and the Google Play Store. I'm sure you didn't see that curveball coming at the end of this show. We've got a TSTO
By the way, do you have a
news
second
app.
to talk about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
We got a TSTO news app coming out, and I don't know when it's dropping yet, but I like it. Our show's going to be in there. All the stories are going to be in there. You can actually share stories with us, and then we can talk about them. You can comment, and we can bring it right on the show, even if we're not live, so we can talk about it there. Anyways, all right. You people be good. I'm Todd Frazier.
Yo soy Jake Frazier.
That's Steve
I'm here.
Freeman. He's here. And we will see you maybe next week because sometimes we're here and sometimes we're not. You never.
And you know what, man?
Never know.
Next week, I want you to go out there and tell someone else's mom.
Someone else's mom.
Because God knows I'm telling yours.
That's right. That's right. Be good, people.
I think we did really good tonight.
You think? Wait, no, we're still on, Jay.
We were doing good.
We almost did really good.
Guys, we did really good tonight. I don't care if the people hear it. I want the people to hear it.
We love you, people.
Did really